Hello everyone, welcome back to The Budget Sportsman. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to tell you a little bit about this 1996 Honda Fortrax 300. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the how and why I got it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the four-wheeler itself, but most importantly, I'm going to give you some philosophy behind this four-wheeler and behind the Budget Sportsman YouTube channel. So about 2 years ago, I started off on a search to find a budget-friendly four-wheeler for myself and my family. Now there's a couple reasons that I wanted a four-wheeler. One is, as you know, I have access to some private land that I can hunt. Now that land is actually not very far from my home. In fact, I can ride from my home to the property on the four-wheeler. And so I wanted something that I could run out and check trail cameras. I wanted something that I could run out and hang stands. I even use it to go out hunting from time to time. And also, my parents live on that property that I have access to hunt. And because of that, we were going back and forth this dirt access road a lot on our personal vehicle. And we were looking for a four-wheeler that we could just buzz back and forth without putting a lot of wear and tear on our personal vehicle. This four-wheeler that I decided that I wanted was this Honda Fortrax 300. They're just simply known as being a bulletproof machine. I believe they were made from somewhere around 88 or 89 up until the year 2000. Absolutely a fantastic machine. This particular one is made in two-wheel drive. They do make a four-wheel drive. All of them, as far as I know, are foot shift, and they're what's known as semi-automatic. In other words, you don't actually need to use a clutch at all. You just simply push the lever up or push the lever down to shift while you let off the gas a little bit. Now, when I decided on wanting to go with the Honda Fortrax, I was really surprised that even machines that were from the late 80s, early 90s were really holding their value. I found this one and the gentleman wanted over $1,000 for it. I believe we had agreed on a price of $1,200 over the Facebook Marketplace Messenger. I showed up and instantly realized that not everything that he had said about it was true. And I really thought about walking away from the deal. But he realized he had been kind of caught, and he realized there was problems that I knew about that he didn't tell me about. And turns out I walked away buying this four-wheeler for only $600, actually half of the original price. Was really quite surprised that he agreed to that deal, but he did, and I got this four-wheeler for $600. Now, obviously, I did have to put some money into it, and I think I put $200 or $250 into it to get it running again. There were some issues in the rear final drive system, but was able to get that repaired and running. This four-wheeler, now we've had it for 2 years, has just run absolutely great for us. The only issue has been replacing a battery. Starts, runs, and it's just an all-around awesome, tough, durable machine. Having said all that, let me get into a little bit of the philosophy of the Budget Sportsman. Because the other day, I was riding around the yard with my daughter. She was having a moment when she wasn't super happy in the house, and my wife was trying to get work done, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna go out in the yard and take my daughter for a ride. As I was riding circles around our yard, something passed through my brain along the lines of, boy, I wish I had a nicer, better, newer four-wheeler. And almost as soon as that thought passed through my mind, I thought, now what would I possibly do with a newer, nicer, better four-wheeler than what I have now? What would I be doing? Well, I would be riding around in the yard with my daughter in circles on a newer, nicer four-wheeler. And it got me thinking about what is it about my own personality that makes me always want newer and nicer and better things. And the only answer I could come up with is it's the pride of my own life. It's wanting to maybe just feel like I have nice things and it makes me feel better. Does it make my life better? Sure, sometimes a new product or a better product does genuinely make our lives better. But oftentimes it's simply just my own selfishness and pride that I want better things and more things because I think it's going to make me feel better or I think it's going to make me happier. And the truth is, when I focus on the fact that I am getting enjoyment out of what I have, it makes it a lot easier to recognize that that other product may not really make my life any better. And you know what that did? It made me content and happy with this fantastic two-wheel drive, foot shift 1996 Honda Fortrax 300 that's known as a bulletproof four-wheeler. Just some thoughts for you to think about if you're in the market for a four-wheeler, maybe you're in the market for a boat, maybe a new car, maybe a new bow or a new gun. Something to think about. What do you need and what's it really going to do to make your life better? Until next time, remember to get off YouTube and get outdoors into God's great creation.